Hey everybody, I hope you're having a great Tuesday and getting into our first official day of our free group. We've had some really good comments and posts already. You guys are just jumping in and doing so awesome, so I'm so excited for that. I just wanted to come to you live and kind of show you a little bit about some of the staples that I have in my kitchen. One of the biggest things that saves me time and money, besides meal prepping obviously, is buying in bulk and buying a lot of the same stuff every week. So I do make a lot of the same meals on a week-to-week basis. I do switch it up every other week or so we're not literally eating the same thing every day, but there are certain things that I probably could eat every day, like a burrito bowl, but I just wanted to kind of show you guys a little bit what I do, because I've seen a lot of the comments and everything are from busy moms like me, a lot of people wanting some recipes and some meal prepping tips, things like that. So we're going to do this tonight, and then later on in the week I will share one of my coaches, her meal prepping video. It's really good and kind of gives you a look at what she does. So yeah, here's some of my kitchen staples. There's several different things. I wanted to show you guys a nice variety of stuff. So veggies, let's start with veggies. The meal plan that I do, it's veggies first is one of the little taglines. You can fill up on veggies. They're really good for you. They have a lot of good nutrients in them, and it helps fill you up for a majority of your meal, and then you kind of sprinkle in proteins and carbs depending on what time of the day it is. And I can share a little more about that with you guys as well. The nutrition plan that I do also comes with this cool little tracker. It's really nice. And there's a lot of features that I really like. Not only can you track your daily food, but every week you kind of plan out what you want to make. And then on the next page there's a little grocery shopping list area, and then it has your day-to-day, what did you eat, what portions, things like that. So this is really helpful for me to keep track, and every day, I can kind of look back and assess, okay, how did I do on this day? How did it make me feel? And really connect those, how you're feeling, to what you've eaten the day before. And that will give you a good idea of what foods work for your body, what foods aren't so great for your body. Everybody's different. So just a little tip there. That's what I do, and it's worked really well for me so far. I'm not actively trying to lose pounds. I'm just basically trying to maintain. I did lose all of my pregnancy weight, which was almost 30 pounds, and I'm down about 10.5 pounds from my pre-pregnancy weight, which that's a number I have not seen since high school. And I'm eating all day long. So I'm not starving myself. I'm not restricting myself. I'm really enjoying this meal plan. So if any of you want some more information on that, we'll talk about it later. I'll reference it all throughout the week. All of these recipes are ones that I got from my meal plan, or kind of a play off of some of those. So if you want more information on that, just get a hold of me on that. Now to the fun part, the food. So veggies most. Cauliflower rice. This is one that I had no idea even existed or was a thing until I started doing this nutrition plan. I basically, anything that you would use regular white rice, brown rice, whatever in, you can substitute this, and it's veggies. So it's totally good for you. And it's really good. I make stir fry all the time. Jeff is kind of sick of it, actually. He's like, oh, stir fry again. But it's really good. It's one of my favorite things. So I do a lot of this. Broccoli and coleslaw mix. I actually use this sometimes in place of just salad greens, because sometimes I get bored with salad greens. So just using the coleslaw mix, it's cabbage, which is really good for you. You might not want to eat it too many days in a row. It makes you a little gassy sometimes. I don't know. TMI, sorry. But that's really good. A salad that I'm going to be sharing the recipe for either tomorrow or the next day, that has this coleslaw mix as a base. veggies, frozen veggies, I buy in bulk. You can use them for stir fry. These ones are actually a stir fry veggie mix. You can use them for stir fry. You can use them just as a quick side. I mean, frozen veggies and fruits is a majority of my grocery cart sometimes. So it's quick, it's easy. I can make a meal in 20 minutes with a lot of these items. So again, these are my kitchen staples, and this is why. Because sometimes after working for 8 hours, 10 hours, if I'm on call, sometimes it's 12 hours, I get home, I have a crying, hungry baby, and I have a sometimes crying, hungry boyfriend who want to eat, and they want something fast. And it's easy for me to whip up, and it's healthy for everyone, and so everybody wins. So bulk veggies, bulk cauliflower rice, those are something I've been doing a lot of lately. Let's talk about some protein. So eggs, definitely a staple. I get cage-free brown eggs. I do a lot of egg muffins, which I shared that recipe earlier today. I make those up in advance. That's a great thing to meal prep. You can keep them in the fridge for the week. You can freeze them. They're really great. They taste just as good when you thaw them out. So the egg muffins is definitely a go-to. They're really good for breakfast. They're good for a snack. Another thing that I kind of prep in bulk, and I referenced it a day or two ago on my Facebook and my Instagram. You may have seen a picture of a crock pot or the shredded up chicken. That is something I do frequently. I can make one crock pot and it can make, 2, 3, 4 meals throughout the week. So this is the crock pot chicken, and we'll talk about that more in a couple of days when I do some dinner recipes. But I made, like I said, I make one crock pot full of chicken. It's really easy. It takes 2 seconds to dump everything in there, and then set it for 4 hours, and then you have enough chicken for, like I said, 2, 3, 4 meals for the rest of your week. Black beans. I am not a big bean person, but I started putting these in my burrito bowls, and I really like it. It makes, it really kind of beefs it up a little bit. It's another really good source of protein. Again, just something I decided to try, and I ended up really liking it. So there's another option. This is another staple that I always have, lean turkey. I started swapping this for just regular hamburger meat. I use it for when I make pasta sauce. I use it for meatballs. I use it for tacos. Anything you would use regular beef in or hamburger meat, I've been swapping out turkey. Jeff half the time has no idea. Not that hamburger meat is bad for you. This is just a leaner, a little bit healthier version. So a lot of times I'll swap it out. And sometimes I just think it tastes better. So another good source of protein that is always in my fridge is Greek yogurt. I'll use this for multiple things. I will use it as a breakfast parfait. I mix it with my shake, my superfood shake powder. That's really good. Or if you want like a sweet treat, you can do that, or you can do like a whip as a dessert. That's really good. I'll be sharing that later in the week. Also, I just made enchiladas with the chicken, and the enchilada sauce that I do is actually a can of creamy chicken soup. And usually in the past I would use sour cream, but I swap it out now with Greek yogurt. Again, Jeff has no idea, so Ellen, don't tell him. But just another little swap to make things a little bit healthier. It tastes just as good. You really can't tell the difference. So that's another good trick. I also use this if anybody likes tuna salad, chicken salad, things like that. I personally hate mayonnaise. I think it's disgusting. So also in one of the lunch recipes that I'm going to share with you, I make like a tuna salad. I use this instead of mayonnaise. It tastes great. Gives you a little extra protein, and it's a little fat, but not as much as if you're eating like a full fat mayonnaise or something. So again, a little bit of a healthy swap. Let's see what else. Almond milk, I always have that in the fridge. I usually buy like 4 or 5 at a time if they're on sale, because I mix it with my superfood shakes, and Sometimes I just drink it. I use it in cereal. I use it in oatmeal. So I buy a ton of this stuff. One other veggie I forgot. Spaghetti squash. I love this stuff. I swap it out for spaghetti. At least on my plate, I still make Jeff the regular noodles. But this is really good. I've used it in pasta bakes. I've used it just with sauce. I'm going to actually share that later in the week as a dinner. It's super easy. You cut it in half. You scrape out the seeds and stuff. Pop it on a tray. Put it in the oven. Walk away. And about 45 minutes later, you have a ton of spaghetti squash. And you can use it for multiple meals. So that's a really easy, quick. Again, easy and quick is ideal in my world. What else? Other things like I was talking about earlier, frozen fruits and veggies are a staple for me. I throw them in my shakes. I put them in parfaits. It's just a healthy little sweet treat. Tomorrow we're going to talk more about FFCs and good carbs. Fruits are in that category. So if you want to make sure, like if you're diabetic or anything like that and you need to really monitor your glycemic index, strawberries are a really good one, probably one of the best. So keep that in mind if you just have to watch the sugar. Sometimes certain fruits are higher in sugars than others, so strawberries are always a really good option. Let's see. Speaking of carbs, bread. Who doesn't love bread? I've tried personally to cut down on some bread. I use Ezekiel English muffins. You can find those in the frozen section. Those are really good. It's like a sprouted grain bread. I'll use those sometimes. Otherwise, if I'm just really wanting a good piece of bread, this brand, Dave's Killer Bread, it's really good. Again, tomorrow when we talk about the good carbs, you will be able to see on the nutrition label that it meets all three of the requirements I'm going to teach you about. So this bread is really good, and you can feel like you're getting your bread fix and not feel guilty about it because it's a good carb. So that is a gem find. They have this at Kroger's. All of this stuff they have at Kroger's. That's where I shop. There's a lot of really good options now that they didn't used to have. So I don't know where you guys do your grocery shopping, but if you go to Kroger's, all of this is there. Again, fruits, bananas. You can see I need to use them up. Avocados, I always have those, at least one or two on hand. You can throw them in tacos. You can actually, if I usually throw half of one or a quarter of one in my shake sometimes with like a chocolate. You can't taste any difference. It just makes it really creamy. It's really good. So I always have a couple of these on hand. Again, it's a good fat. You just want to watch portions on these. So like a quarter to a half of an avocado is usually an appropriate portion depending on what you're eating. Another good fat, hummus, is something that I love. Again, you just want to make sure you're eating an appropriate portion. But one of the things my nutrition meal program has taught me is that whatever's going to get you to eat more veggies, have at it, in a reasonable amount. So if you're eating a portion of carrots and celery and you have a little bit of peanut butter, if that's going to get you to eat more carrots and celery, great. Again, same thing with the hummus. If that's going to get you to eat some more veggies, go for it. It also talks about full fat dressings, things like that. Again, if it's going to get you to eat more veggies, which is the goal for a lot of our meals, then that's great. So that I always have in the fridge. Just some extra random things condiment-wise that I always have available. This one I've just started using. Usually I used to cook with, olive oil all the time, no matter what. Heating up a pan, it would be olive oil. But I have started using this avocado oil spray. Olive oil is really good for you. Avocado oil just has a higher smoke point. So that's a little bit better for you. I've been switching and using a lot of this more. Other things that I always have, I actually don't have it out because I just ran out, but it's the PB2. It's a peanut butter powder. Has a lot less fat, I think like 60% less fat than regular peanut butter, which I am a peanut butter girl. I love it. I grew up on it. That was a staple in my diet forever, and kind of still is sometimes. But in my shakes, I do the peanut butter powder. If you're doing a whip, like for a little dessert, you can add some of that in there. Again, I'll talk about that later this week for some snack ideas. But almond butter, that's another good swap out for peanut butter. I always have some kind of a marinara sauce and a salsa on hand. Just make sure when you're getting these, you check out the sugar content, because some of these can have a lot of added sugars, which is not really great. But these I always have on hand. They're, over spaghetti squash, or the salsa, that's an ingredient in my crock-pot chicken, so I always have that along with taco seasoning. These Bolthouse dressings, I've started eating those a lot. It's a yogurt-based dressing. This one is avocado green goddess. It's really good. You can use it on salads. You can eat veggies with it. Any of that. And then this garlic expressions I love. I've loved this for a long time. This I even use as a marinade on like my chicken, things like that. So this is always in our fridge. And I think I've gone through everything. Like I said, I just kind of wanted to give you guys a variety of ideas, maybe something to try that's new that you haven't tried before. A lot of this stuff I didn't eat before. I tried to get by with baked chicken and roasted broccoli, which those things I love still, but this gives me a lot more variety, and I'm trying a lot more new things. So, and especially with the nutrition plan I'm on, there's a lot of new recipes that I'm trying, a lot of vegetables that I'm trying, that I'm finding out, oh, hey, I like these. So just wanted to give you guys some ideas. If you have any questions at all about my meal plan or any recipes that I won't go over this week, like I said, we'll go through a lot of them. A lot of the recipes that I pull are from my current nutrition plan. So if you have any questions at all, feel free to drop comments below. I see a lot of you are watching and dropping thumbs up. That's great. Thanks for popping in live. I appreciate it. I know you're all super busy and have families and all of that, but let me know if you have any questions. Maybe this has sparked some dinner ideas. I know it's kind of getting to be about that time for us. So have a great rest of your Tuesday, and keep popping in your workouts. I will announce the motivation winner tomorrow sometime in the morning, and always check the announcements at the top of the page for the next daily giveaway. So that'll pop up tomorrow morning, and I'll announce the first day winner, and we'll just keep hammering out our free week. I hope you guys have a great night. Thanks for checking in.